Okay, hi, so here we are with the beautiful and gorgeous Anita. Woo! She is a life coach and a Reiki practitioner. What exactly is a Reiki practitioner?
Okay, Reiki is it's an ancient healing treatment, and it's all about balancing the energy within us. So if you're feeling good on the inside, you're feeling good on the outside.
Yay! And that is why we've got Anita here today, because in the media industry, you're gonna come across loads of knockbacks and setbacks, and you'll just be depressed sometimes. I'm sorry to say that, but sometimes you will, but you don't need to feel like that. So that is why we're here today with this beautiful lady. She's gonna give you her top 10 ways to stay motivated when you might have received that rejection email and you're just like, oh, what is the point anymore? But there is a point, so here they are.
You wanna learn how to get into the media industry? Then trust me, with Veena V is where you need to be. Every Wednesday on YouTube at 8 p.m. If you can dream it and believe it, with Veena V, you can achieve it.
Okay, so here they are, especially for you, Anita's 10 ways to stay motivated. 1.
So start the day with a positive thought or a positive feeling. So when you wake up, try and think of, well, I've got 3 things that you can try and think of. Think about what excites you in your life right now, what you want to achieve in your life, and what is feeling good right now. So all the positive things that are happening in your life right now.
Oh, I like that one. 2.
So make a deal with yourself. For example, if you're contacting agencies, you want to get something done in the day, make an agreement with yourself that, okay, I'm going to contact so many agencies and I'm going to do this, or send emails out and send letters out, and then I'm going to treat myself. So I'm going to go shopping and buy myself a bag. That's what I would do. Or go for a walk and treat myself to an ice cream or something. So you're giving yourself back. You're giving yourself something as a treat.
3.
So what's quite important is also to focus on your own achievements and focus on yourself. And by that, what I mean is not to compare yourself to other people that are possibly in the industry and have done really well, because everybody's on their own path and their own journey. So it could take you a bit longer, but once you get there, you're there. So just concentrate on yourself, compare yourself to yourself only, because you're in control of your own pathway, and everybody else is doing their own thing.
I love this so much, because this is so true, and I wish I kind of knew this before when I started out in the media industry. I would always compare myself to other people. I would be like, another presenter would get the job, and I'd be like, but why has that presenter got the job? Like, I've got more experience than them, but then you just kind of get more frustrated with yourself. So I really like that. Don't compare yourselves to other people. And what Anita said is so true about like timing and stuff as well. You might be 20 now, you want to be like a really successful TV presenter on ITV, but you might not ever make it until you're about 35. So that's 15 years of being in the industry and not making it yet, but you're still going to make it.
Yeah, and there'll be other things on the way that are your stepping stones to that. And I do believe in divine timing. There's a time and a place, and it will come.
Exactly, I like that. 4.
So it's quite important to research a lot about your desired outcome. So if you want to become a TV presenter, a makeup artist, or a blogger, you need to do a lot of research yourself, because the more you do, again, that will keep you connected to your desired outcome. Juices start to flow, you feel motivated, you're in charge. And the more research you do, the more connection you will have with your desired outcome. Books, talking to people on the internet, you'll have a huge outsource of information, and then that will obviously lead you on to things as well, and other people. So it's quite important to keep into that, just throw yourself into it and just do lots of research.
That's so true, and then you're always learning.
Yes.
You'll never know where that something you read somewhere could lead to somewhere else. If that makes sense.
Spark more ideas.
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to be a radio presenter, read blogs about radio, talk to other radio presenters, listen to loads of different types of radio. There's so much. That's so true.
Yeah.
I love these tips so much. 5.
So it's quite important to also set goals. You need to be in tune with what it is that you want, your outcome. So what I would call that is your end goal. And then what you do with the end goal, so it's not so overwhelming to achieve it. How am I going to get that? How am I going to be that? Is to break it down. So for example, if you wanted to become a TV presenter, you would outline that as, okay, what is it that I want? I want to be a TV presenter. And then you would break that down to say, okay, what would I need to do to make myself closer to that end goal. You make a list of all these things and then you pick one at a time.
Kind of like a to-do list.
Yes, a to-do list, and you pick one at a time and you tackle it and you tick it off, and the satisfaction that you get once you tick those off and look at it, and you'll be able to see your progress because you've moved from there to there. So you're creating your stepping stones to that.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I think we forget how much you can progress, because sometimes your life might seem the same.
Yes.
But then in a year, it's actually not the amount of things that you've done.
Yeah.
If you've been proactive.
Absolutely.
And not
Absolutely.
just sat and watch TV.
Yeah. And putting down on paper is a big thing as well.
6.
It's also really important to spend time with yourself, connecting with yourself. That's really important for your self-confidence, for your self-belief. What I like to call it is just connecting with yourself. It means disconnecting from your goal, disconnecting from the world, people. Now, this can be done in many ways. So, for example, I like to meditate, or I'll do my Reiki. I also do dancing. So that kind of recharges me.
Show us some Bollywood moves, Anita.
That's for next time.
Okay, sorry. Next video.
So, you know, that you have to choose what's right for you. Some people like to exercise or walk, listen to music, but you just need some time out, and that you'll find that really energizes you, really remotivates you. You're ready to go again.
I love that, like disconnect from your goal and don't put all your kind of life. I think you maybe mean two things by that. Don't put all your kind of
eggs in one basket.
So obviously, we want you to achieve your goals, but you shouldn't be so, I don't know how am I explaining?
Self-obsessed over it, because you just find then you're giving the wrong energies to that goal. When you're disconnecting and you're spending time with yourself, you're giving yourself a break from it. So you go back with an open, fresh mind, which always, you know, formulates new ideas as well.
And if you don't, for example, if you don't get that presenter job that you really wanted, I have done this myself, that I have obviously cried over not getting a job, but you do need to disconnect from it and think, oh wow, like I tried my best, I'm going to try harder next time and do this differently or whatever it is. So liking that. 7.
You could also find a role model. Now this could be somebody that you know, or somebody that's famous, somebody that's not famous, somebody that you work with, but someone that's done what you're trying to do.
That's good. I like that.
And so you use that as an inspirational figure. And it's quite motivating, because if they've done it, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can also sort of talk to them and find out, okay, how did you do this and how did you do that? Because you know you can apply the same formula. If it worked for them, it worked for you.
8.
This one's quite important. I think, you know, we need to remember to try and focus on what it is that we want and not what we don't want, and what we're not getting. It's difficult, but it can be done. You've just got to keep reminding yourself why, you know, you want to do what you want to do, and what fruits it will give you. You know, what are you going to get out of achieving this, and what is it going to give you? So it's quite important to keep concentrating on what you want and why you want it, rather than focusing on what you don't want and what you're not getting.
9.
Okay, so you know, sometimes getting started in the day is a little bit difficult, isn't it? You know, you start thinking, oh, how am I going to do this and how am I going to do that? But if you set yourself a target of spending, okay, I'm going to spend an hour and a half every day on just focusing on what I need to do today. So send those emails out, contact agencies or whatever it is. For that concentrated 1.5 hours, you're just going to do that. You're telling your mind that you're doing it for an hour and a half, you'll end up doing more. Because you're so into it, you're energized, it's quite exciting. It works, it really does. I've tried.
You're kind of tricking yourself.
It works though.
Tricking yourself into success.
I like that one. Yes, tricking yourself into success.
I quoted that myself, by the way. 10.
So I'm going to end my tips on quite an important one, which is not to fear failure. And you really need to start changing your perception on the word failure. And I did this, and it's worked really, really well for me and others that I work with and my clients that I've worked with.
There is no such thing as failure, because if you fail at something, you've just learned that doesn't work, and you learn not to do it again. So it's not, it's not actually failing, is it?
Absolutely not. So if you think of it that way, again, that will keep you motivated to carry on and to keep going, to find a way that does work.
Oh, Anita, that was so nice and quick. I wanted to make this really nice and quick for you, so you can kind of get on with all this advice that Anita has just given you. 10 ways to motivate yourself right now. Don't get depressed, don't cry. Well, sometimes it's good to cry.
Sometimes it's good.
It is.
Controlled crying, let's say.
Just 10 minutes, right? So yeah, just stay focused on your dreams. You can make them happen. I don't even do half this stuff that Anita says, so I'm going to do it. And I bet instantly we will feel more energized and refreshed, and just, I think it was all just about focusing and
you'll start enjoying your journey, and that's what it is. It's a journey, and you'll start enjoying it more.
That's so. I keep on saying it's so true. But it's so true what she is saying. We have to enjoy that journey. Otherwise, what is the extra point?
Absolutely.
We might make it as that successful blogger or whatever, but have you enjoyed getting there? So, wow, have you enjoyed it?
Have you?
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a button right here. Point, Anita. The button's there to subscribe to this channel. You'll get loads more tips about how you can break into the media industry. Loads more lovely people like Anita, life coaches, giving you the best advice. If you like all these 10 ways that Anita did, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next video.
Thank you, Veena.
Bye.
That's Bollywood.